Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to 365 Analytics. And it's Friday. It is Friday, and that means we're going to start a new series. So, the first episode of that new series, I'm calling it TGIF. It's where I just recap something, current events and something I'm interested in the sports world right now, whether it's football, basketball, whatever the current season is, and whatever the current landscape is of sports, and I'm gonna recap not every Friday probably, but like a good amount of Fridays. I'm gonna call the series TGIF, where I just talk about a lot about what I think is a really good storyline in the NFL, and I think could be interesting down the stretch. So if you guys enjoy, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you guys like what you're seeing and you like the content. But you guys saw the thumbnail, you guys saw the title. Today we're gonna be talking about the NFC West. So it's Friday, October 25th. It is currently 4:30 p.m. on Friday. Last night, the Los Angeles Rams beat the Minnesota Vikings, gave the Vikings two losses in a row. A controversial face mask missed call at the end, but besides the point, the Los Angeles Rams won. They had both their receivers back, the star power back, and they got their second win in 5 days, and they are now at 3-4. So if we look at the NFC West, we have the Seattle Seahawks at 4-3. Hold on, my face cam is blocking the Seahawks. I'm gonna move my cam actually. Move my cam up here. But as you can see, it's a good spot. Okay, good. Seattle Seahawks, they are 4-3. 0-1 in the division right now. Lost San Francisco week 6. The Arizona Cardinals are 3-4, but they are 2-4 in the NFC West with wins over the Rams and the 49ers. The Los Angeles Rams are 3-4, as we just said, 1-1 in the division, with a win over the 49ers and a loss versus the Cardinals. And the 49ers are 3-4, and they are 1-2 in the division, with a win against Seattle and a loss versus the Rams and Cardinals. So let's start off. Let's go over the landscape of this, and I'm gonna give my prediction on what happens throughout the rest of the season with this division. This is very interesting because we have one 4-3 team and we have three 3-4 teams currently. Obviously, the Niners, Cardinals, and Seahawks all play a game this Sunday, and the Rams just played last night. The Rams already had the bye week, but it's very, very intriguing to see how this goes off. So we're gonna start off with the Seattle Seahawks, and they have a lot going on this year as they started 3-0. They started 3-0. I was very skeptical of them going into the season, like a lot of people. They started 3-0. They dropped three in a row. This past week, they beat the Atlanta Falcons on the road. They are now 4-3. They have some tough games. They have some tough games coming up on the schedule. Buffalo this weekend, Rams bye week, Niners, three straight NFC West game with the bye week in the middle. So that's gonna be a big stretch of games. Jets on the road, Cardinals again, Packers, Vikings, Bears, Rams on the road. That is a tough schedule to finish, and they have a steep road ahead. So we're gonna predict their schedule real quick. As I said in my game picks video, I have the Bills this weekend. Then this game, it will be 3-4 versus 4-4. Big NFC West game. But who's hotter right now? That's really the question. It is in Seattle. This game could go either way. I'm gonna have them splitting on the season series no matter what. So I guess I'll take Seattle in Lumen Field, and I'll take the Rams week 18 automatically because I'm gonna have them splitting. The bye week in San Francisco. San Francisco, they're banged up. Obviously lost Ayuk for the season, which we will talk about. Kittle's questionable this weekend. McCaffrey could be back for this game. This could be his return potentially. I'm going to take the 49ers in this game. Cardinals at home. I think they split with the Cardinals again. I'll give the Cardinals the road win, and I'll give the Seahawks the road win there too. So I think they split. Then we have the Jets game. The Jets don't look too hot right now. Seattle, this is a big game for them going in with losing two straight. I think they get this one. Green Bay at home. Jordan Love is hot, playing like an MVP candidate despite even missing two games. I'll take the Packers. Minnesota just announced a little earlier today Christian Darrisaw will be out for the remainder of the season. That's a big hit on their entire outlook of the season and roster, in my opinion. I think Seattle takes this game. and they're 8-8, technically 8-7 if you take away the Rams win. 8-7 going into Week 17 Thursday Night Football, and this is where the cream of the crop big game comes up. We have another potential NFC playoff contender, the Chicago Bears. Seattle going into into Soldier Field on a Thursday Night Football short week, and I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for them. I'm going to take the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears at home, Week 17. This will be a big game for both these teams, it looks like. And I'll take the Bears at home, and then I will take the Rams, obviously, as I said, 8-9. That is my final prediction right now on how the Seattle Seahawks will end up. So, yeah, I think they end up 8-9, and it will be interesting to see how this shakes up. As we are gonna go over to, we'll go to the Cardinals. We'll go to the Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals. Their offense has been good. Their offense has been good. 28 points week one, 41, 13, 14, 24. Their offense has been solid. It's been solid. Hasn't been great with 24, 13, 17 points in the last 3 weeks. They did squeak past the Chargers. As I said in my picks video again, I'm taking the Dolphins this weekend. Bears Cardinals will be an intriguing game. Two pretty firepower offenses, but I'm gonna take the Bears. I'll take the Cardinals at home over the Jets, honestly. I think the Cardinals have enough offensive firepower to get past them. Bye week 11 for them in Minnesota. Minnesota, as I said, there saw a big loss, but I still think Minnesota has that. New England at home. Give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals over the Panthers. The Cardinals beat the Rams week 2. I gotta take the Rams, and I gotta take the Niners. So that was pretty quick, but my outlook for the season for these guys is a 7-10 record, is a solid season from Kyler Murray. Marvin Harrison Jr. will make some strides down the stretch. 3-3 in the division, 4-8 in the conference. I think this is like a bridge year for the Cardinals. The offense has some firepower. Kyler Murray, James Conner, who played a very good game on Monday night. Um, Marvin Harrison Jr., Greg Dortch can make plays. Zay Jones is back there making plays. Paris Johnson's in there still. Very good young left tackle, and they got some star power on offense, but that defense it's has a lot of problems. Has really a lot of problems. They have I mean they have some some good some good young players. I like Starling Thomas. I like Garrett Williams. I like those guys. I do. I like Max Melton. I think these are solid players. Kaiser White's a good player. Darius Robinson, who was drafted in the first round, hasn't really played much yet. So I mean, these guys these guys can be good in the future, but right now the offense is just miles ahead of that defense right now. Defense has a ton of holes, and I have the Arizona Cardinals finishing at 7-10. Next, we'll go to the Los Angeles Rams because I think we're going to save the juiciest for last with the San Francisco 49ers because we have a lot to talk about with them. But the Rams, last night, as I said, they beat the Minnesota Vikings, and then I had them losing to the Seahawks in week 9, who they play next weekend. So at that point, they would be 3-5 because I gave them 2 wins at the end of the year to finish it off. Miami at home. This is intriguing. Monday Night Football, Week 10. Tua going into LA. Give me McVay. Give me McVay at home. I think the Dolphins might have dug themselves a little bit too big of a hole to recover from. I mean, they kept themselves in it, but this is an NFC West video. We'll talk about the Dolphins later. Rams are going to beat the Patriots. They're miles ahead of the Patriots. Eagles at home's intriguing. I'm going to give it to Philadelphia. In New Orleans, I'm not a believer in New Orleans. Give me the Rams. Rams, Bills. Ooh, this will be a big game for Buffalo's AFC playoff division winning anything chances. Well, I mean, they're probably gonna win the division anyway, but this will be a big game for division leader seeding. So give me the Bills. Give me the Niners, I guess, in the rematch. They split. They go 3-3 in the division. And then give me the Jets, honestly. Give me the, you know what? You know what? Mm, oof. I don't know. That's tough. I feel like I have to have McVay over 500. I feel like I have to have McVay over 500. Do I give him the Niners win or do I give him the Jets win? I feel like the Jets win is an easier win to give him, but McVay on a short week, I will always say it. Sean McVay on a short week, I'm gonna take the Rams to sweep the Niners. It's kind of spicy. It's kind of a spicy take, but I'm gonna take the Rams to sweep the Niners. And I have them finishing the season 9-8, which the pivotal game is these last two over the Cardinals and the Seahawks, two division games to finish off the year. That Week 18 Seattle game right now looks like it will be a big game. So yeah, that's the Rams. And it all comes down to this: the San Francisco 49ers, who we have a lot to say about them. Right now, the 49ers, obviously, start of the season, it was like Christian McCaffrey, calf training camp. He should be ready for week one. Week one around the Jets, Christian McCaffrey is inactive. He's inactive. Week two versus the Vikings, IR. He goes to IR. He's missing week three, four, five, six, seven. Gonna miss this weekend, pretty much almost guaranteed. Week nine's the bye week. In week 10 or week 11, that might be the return games. One of these 10 or 11 will probably be the return of Christian McCaffrey, but obviously he hasn't played a down all year. Debo Samuel has had some games this season where he's dealt with injuries. I think it might have been, was it the Vikings or the Rams game? Might have been the Rams game. He dealt with injuries in the Rams game this past Sunday against the Chiefs. He was active, and then pregame, he had pneumonia-like symptoms, and then played only 6% of snaps. They've dealt with injuries there. Brandon Ayuk just got paid this offseason. He shows up. He's not playing well generally. This past Sunday against Kansas City has an absolutely devastating injury against the Chiefs. He's done for the year. So this Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, who the Niners usually have their number, and as of late with Brock Purdy, they're with Debo Samuel, who knows his status. George Kittle's questionable, I believe, but he's on track to play. He's pretty much going to play. Jordan Mason, who's a solid player in his own right, but it's a backup running back, and an offensive line where there's some problems there. Trent Williams, obviously all-world tackle. Dominic Cooney's playing some good ball, but outside of that, not great. That defense, Nick Bosa, they still have playmakers there. Javon Hargrave was lost for the season earlier in the year with was it the pec injury or the bicep injury, tricep? It was something like that. Javon Hargrave is done for the year. Obviously, a very good defensive tackle. Dre Greenlaw, I don't believe Dre Greenlaw is suited up this year. I could be wrong on that, so you can fact check me on that. But he got hurt in the Super Bowl, non-contact injury. Obviously, I don't think he's suited up for a down this year. Honestly, they have a lot going on right now, as you can see. They have a lot going on. Talanoa Hufanga, another one, has dealt with injuries all year. Malik Mustafa has had to step in and play some good ball in his case. But I'm the predictor schedule. Currently stand at 3-4, I believe. Yeah, they stand at 3-4. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I haven't beaten the Cowboys this weekend. I'm gonna have them beating the Bucks, an injured Bucks team. Shanahan's still a very good coach in his own right, even with all the injuries. Do not sleep on Shanahan. He does choke in big moments, but don't sleep on him. I'm gonna take Green Bay. I'm gonna take Buffalo. Then they're 6-6. Discounting these games, they're 6-6 at home on a Sunday at 4:30 game versus Chicago and Caleb Williams. More experienced team gets it done. Give me the Niners. Lose to the Rams in Miami. McDaniel versus Shanahan. Give me Miami, and they are 7-8. This is big. The Rams swept them. So they win the final two games. They beat the Lions in this game at home. They end up 9-8, and the Los Angeles Rams win the division. That's how I see the outlook going. And it's all because I had McVay on a short week winning this game. If I took the San Francisco 49ers here, which could be a good thing in its own right, I could take the Niners here. Let me know down below what y'all think in that game, or could win that game, or whatever, and how you think this division finishes. But I have the Rams sweeping them. But if the Niners win, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying you're wrong if you pick that. But this division is tight right now, and it looks like a lot of solid teams that are either trying to revive their season or win some games or get back from injuries or just separate themselves from the rest. This division is tight right now through 7 weeks and one more Rams game. And wow, it's gonna be a nice finish for that division. There's a lot of good storylines in the NFL right now, so If you guys have anything you want me to talk about on the next TGIF, potentially next week, potentially a week after, I don't know. Soon, I'll be back. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.